What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Steven's Nerd Corner, and you saw the thumbnail, you know how it goes. Today we're talking Captain America by Chip Zadarsky. Let's get into it. So yeah, guys, let's get straight into it. Spoilers ahead, you know the deal. Captain America by Chip Zadarsky. Art is Valerio Shitty. I hope I'm saying it right. You'll see how to spell. It's weird. I don't know. But yeah, man, let's get straight into it. I loved it. Just being honest, straight off the bat, it was a really great issue. It was a great introduction. I know a little about Cap, but you don't have to know anything so far going into issue 1. I love it because it takes place like 2 weeks after he woke up out of the ice. And it's cool because they reference it with like a real life event. So it's like 9/11 just happened, I think, like the same week he came out of the ice. So but it was just really cool having that there. And, he's talking about what it's like to be in war and, to lose people, Captain America is. And it's just really interesting just getting his insight, listening to him talk. I was like, all right, cool. I like where it's going. It's, they're not saying anything crazy politically. It's just, kind of just a view of a soldier, which I liked. Yeah, so it's Cap is at a bar, whatever, he's talking, and then they start hearing a commotion. I think he goes outside, and it was like, oh, there's a shooting, blah, blah, blah. Everyone, you need to back away, watch out. And then Captain America's like, don't worry, I got this, but I'm not police, something along those lines, and he has his Captain America suit under his, civilian clothes. Really cool. And he just hops on the bike, starts chasing this guy who's also on a bike, and that was just awesome. Cap on the bike is classic, it's iconic. So he's chasing this guy down on the bike, and the guy, it's a cool chase with Cap and this, random terrorist guy, and Cap, which I love, he's breaking him down, like how this guy's working. He's like, oh, he's trained, he's able to shoot on a bike, he's turning, he's shooting. So this guy, he's trained, he knows what he's doing. And then Cap sees, like, before he really makes a move, oh no, he does actually, he throws his shield, and it's really cool. Like, he bounces off a lamppost, hits the guy off in his leg, takes him off the bike. And we're like, whoa. So, you get cool shield action in the first issue. We love it. I ain't gonna lie, that's easy points. Like, if you mess that up, you shouldn't be riding Cap. But, they did. It was a cool little shield moment. Love those. So, he takes the guy out, but then he realized, oh, he's got a bomb, strapped to his chest. He got like a little bomb on his stomach or whatever. And Cap is like, oh, my God, So the guy gets off, and he's like, back up, you know how it is. He's got the gun, with the bomb. Back up, I'll blow this whole place up, blah, blah, blah. And, the police are like, get down, blah, blah, blah. The police. And Cap is like, yo, chill out, man. Let me talk to this guy. And then I think Cap had snagged his dog tags when he knocked them off. Like, they fell off. So he realized this guy is, he's a vet. He starts talking. He's like, soldier, talk to me. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And it's beautiful, like, seeing Cap talk this guy down. Like, I don't want to go into it and give it to you verbatim. Like, just go and read it. But the way Cap talks this guy down, he just relates to him as a soldier, and just... like, it's almost like Rambo, the end of the first Rambo, when, the colonel's talking Rambo down. It's a really nice moment. It's almost like kind of emotional. And he talks this soldier down. It's really cool. And the soldier explains himself, oh, somebody else was making me do this or whatever, I think. But it was just really cool. And like I said, I like the time period. We're in, like, early, I guess, 2001, right? 9/11. So we're in 2001. I like early 2000s as a time period, me personally. That's just me. I don't know. But what's the other one? Oh, he runs into Fantastic Four, being that he's in New York. So, Cap is just walking by. He helps the Fantastic Four. They get into this big fight with Mole Man, and Cap helps him out. He takes him out, whatever. And, Fantastic Four like, oh my God, it's Cap, blah, blah, blah. And they go on. They're kind of hype, and then they go. But Cap tells him, he's like, hey, Reed, I got to speak to you, whatever. Then they go on this talk, and it's, first of all, the conversation they have is great. Like, there's a lot of talking, but I love these conversations. Like, I feel like it's a little difficult for certain comic book writers to write an interesting dialogue, or I guess conversation, because, there can be a ton of dialogue and you're just bored out of your mind. But here, like, everyone talking, all the conversations have me intrigued and interested. So I love that, and the reader just telling them, like, my father grew up loving Captain America. To me, you're a hero, the team, like, we love you, he tells him all this. Cap is like, nah, I'm just a soldier, he plays the humble act. But really fun to see. But then they sit down and they get to business, and it's really cool seeing these superhero politics play out, because it's not like some crazy, like, not, I don't want to say crazy, but like nothing real world, nothing like that relates to that. Oh, this is for the heroes. We're deporting heroes or something, like nothing like that. He's just talking to Cap, and Cap is telling him, countries are afraid with these superpowered beings popping up. There's a lot of like unrest between countries. Like the Fantastic Four is basically a super team from America. They're based in New York. Other countries are worried, so you can't really go out traveling and helping us out. But we're gonna go attack Latveria, like, and that was another thing. Like, Cap is caught up. He's only been out the ice 2 weeks, and he already he's like, yo, I seen this Doctor Doom guy. He's a problem. Like, we need to stop that now. Like, we can't let him do what he's doing. Like, he's a problem. So it's basically him talking to Reed about Doom and learning about Doom, which I love. Like, it's just peak. Like, you're going to the number one guy. It's just like going to Spider-Man about Venom, Like, so yeah, and that just the whole conversation I love. Reed and Cap, that whole conversation. Basically, the end of the issue was great. But the entire issue, right, this whole little side plot, this little, I guess, B plot going on with this guy, something Colton, right? But Mike Colton, he's basically having this Full Metal Jacket type Jarhead experience. He enlisted in the army after 9/11. He's like, nah, I have to go and I have to fight. But he's like some loser kid, and he's just getting beat up and bullied at camp, at boot camp, that is. And then one day his colonel snaps and just starts beating the shit out of him. Like, he rips him out of bed, starts beating the shit out of him because he was up too late. And it's crazy. And then, like, the next issue, he's like, hey, Corporal, what if I told you I could cure your asthma and make all your problems go away? Basically, they're going to give him, and they do end it off at the end of the issue. He gets the super soldier serum. So we have Colton, who just got the super soldier serum at, the start of this 9/11 time period. Then we have Cap, who just came back out the ice. So they're about to intersect. This guy who's been bullied, now he's going to have power. He's going to be a problem. You know how it is. So Cap, I want to see him and Cap interact. The good thing with Colton is that he's probably going to die. So I don't know if Cap is just going to catch a body. I don't mind. Cap is one of those guys, he could catch a body, for the greater good. I don't mind this. Like, for Spider-Man, it wouldn't work. But Cap catching a body, I ain't going to be mad. So I'm curious to see how this plays out. But I really like it so far, the setup. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it, man. Chip Zadarsky's Captain America, first issue. I'm loving it. I hope it goes on for like 100 issues, man. Just based off this one, like, it's been peak so far. I'm excited to see where it goes. If you haven't picked it up, go out, pick it up, man. I think it's already getting a second print, so yeah, go out, check this book out, support the book. It's dope. Yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'm gonna see Superman tomorrow, so be on the lookout for a spoiler-free review coming out probably around Friday or Thursday night, maybe. We'll see. But like I always say, check me out on Encore, Twitter, Steven's Nerd Corner. I'm there selling cheap books, talking shit on Twitter. You know how it is. Check me out everywhere. I'm on TikTok. See my holes on TikTok. You can see all that. So yeah, just check me out, guys. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace.